First, though, how was your weekend, ladies? Did you have a good one? Where did you go? What did you get up to, Carol McGiffin? If you can still speak.
Do you know what? I had such a fantastic weekend. I was in Liverpool all weekend. And we've got some Liverpudlians here today. I mean, I just love that city. I've never really spent any time there, but do you know what? There's so many great bars and so much to do. And it's just great. I just loved it. But the reason...
you can actually remember parts of Liverpool, can you?
I can remember all of it, actually.
Marvellous.
I did very well, yeah. I was staying up quite late for me. And the reason I went up there was because David Guest invited us up, right? And on Saturday night we had dinner with David.
Does he live in Liverpool?
No. I think he's been made an honorary Scouser or something. Well, that's what he tells you, but you never know what to believe. No, he's actually the fundraiser for a charity up there which is trying to raise money to restore the cathedral. So we had dinner on Saturday night with Percy Sledge and Frida Payne and David himself and loads of other lovely people. And last night there was a big dinner at the Adelphi Hotel for the charity and also for the Variety Club as well. And Dionne Warwick sang there. Wow. It was absolutely unbelievable. So it's like it's just a room, everyone's having dinner, and Dionne Warwick's up on the stage singing just for us. It was fantastic.
Explained to Mark who she was, did you, and everything?
No, listen, I'll tell you what, Mark is in a time warp when it comes to music. He loves all that stuff, although he does get a little bit confused because Percy Sledge was there, right? Percy Sledge's big...
Sorry.
That's it. And Mark...
That character from Coronation Street that was married to Phyllis Pierce.
No, he's a big singer, this guy. And Mark leans over and he whispers, he says, don't tell anybody this, but I thought that song was a Michael Bolton song.
He did cover it, didn't he?
I said, all right, I won't tell anyone. Sorry, darling, I just told everybody on the telly.
Sorry,
but yeah, no, it was amazing. I had a wonderful time.
Good. Well, you looked like you had a good time when you stumbled in this morning.
There were a lot of people there last night, hello Liverpool, who thought I wasn't going to make it today. Seriously. They were like, oh, you're not going to make it in tomorrow, are you? And I'm here.
Yeah, they don't know you like we do, Karen.
No,
It was Mothering Sunday, of course. Did you have a nice Mother's Day?
I did actually. I think it was the nicest Mother's Day I've ever had. Ever. I'm both 10 now, and I think it's because I just love everything about our new life in the country. And I got up on Sunday morning, and Bo went, get back into bed. And I went, why do I have to get back in bed? She said, I've got to do breakfast in bed, haven't I? That's what you're supposed to do on Mother's Day. So I got back in bed and she made me mushrooms on toast, which I don't know why. I never have mushrooms on toast, but so I had my mushrooms on toast and then a nice bit of coffee and some orange juice, and then Paul had booked, well, for Bo, a 90-minute massage, which was amazing. Lovely. I went to this organic farm where I live, and there's like a spa and everything there, and I had this Thai girl who rubbed my feet with cream, hot cream, and then put hot oil on them, and then wrapped each foot in a little hot blanket and lifted them up and popped them on something and just left me there like that.
That sounds blissful.
I had fairy cakes from my stepson, Cooper, and Oakley, who's only a little baby, so perhaps he put his finger in it a bit. No, it was lovely. And my big boys, my big sons, actually, I got cards, which was really nice. And my eldest son didn't come round yesterday because he's on the tour with me in Calendar Girls. So he said, do you mind if I don't come round? I said, no, have a day off. But, so son number 2 had to sit with me and Mr. Spain on his own last night, which I think was a bit boring, to be honest. Well, you know, he's a bit
sure
boring.
He liked it, really. Well, I had an interesting one because I had a night out with the girls on Saturday, thank you, girls, and I was a little bit cloudy with dizzy spells on Sunday morning, and Jack came in at 6:30 with my present and cards. I couldn't really tell him off. And then my special treat from Jack, because Eamon was away, was to take me to the cinema, and I had to go and see Alvin and the Chipmunks squeaking. Squeaking with a hangover. But, you know, but it was still nice, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I hope you had a good one. Now, interesting, we're talking about selective hearing today. Does it really exist? According to scientists, the ability to filter out unwanted noise and conversation is in the brain, not in the ears. Now, the brain kind of zooms in on sound and acts like a radio by tuning into certain noises while it can ignore others. So, do you have selective hearing? Can you, tune people out if you don't want to hear them?
I can hear. I've got very good hearing, so I hear everything, which is very distracting. But I normally don't agree with surveys or any of these things, but I have to say there is a survey that says that young men have problems hearing anything, really. Well, they do, don't they? And I do know this from my sons, and actually I think some some young men become older men and can hear, and other older men very selectively hear what they want to hear, don't they? I mean, you can see it in their face when you go, could you go to the supermarket? And it goes all sort of like dead. and then you go, I'm going to tell you now the list. So, and he goes, yes, yes, yes. And then they go away and don't do any of it.
No, do you know what? It's true. I mean, Mark's 28, and sometimes I have to say to him, are you listening to me? Just to make sure, right? Because you say something and you're right. You get this glazed look and I know he's not listening. Then I have to test him. I go, what did I just say? So then sometimes he repeats it back. Or if he's not listening to me, he always repeats everything I've said, like the last few words, like at least pretending to listen. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think
it just makes me laugh?
It's because, like, because Paul knows I repeat myself. I say the same things a lot, and the older I get, the more I repeat myself.
We have noticed. Yeah.
I tend to go over and over the same point. It takes me ages to get to the point. Now, Paul has actually just decided, through many years of practice, just to listen to the last bit. Because he knows that eventually I'll get to the point. That's the relevant bit.
Yeah.
And I also think selective hearing can be quite useful in a relationship because Paul knows not to respond to certain things because it'll end up in an argument. And I do too. So there are certain things he says that if I respond or join in...
But it's useful as well. You see, I've got quite good selective hearing, which always amazes Eamon, that I could be at a party or at dinner or something, and he could be down the table, and I'm sitting talking to someone going, really, how long have you been an accountant? Oh, lovely, yeah. And Eamon, I know he's chatting someone up, and I can hear every word. And then it always...
do that?
Well, I have got really big ear. I've got the Langsford lugs, you see, so they're like radar. They're like... They zone in, and then we get in the car going home, and I go, oh, yes, well, getting very friendly with Miss Old Blondie, weren't you, across the table? How did you hear that?
Oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah,
I also do this annoying thing that I got from my nan, which is, I know she's heard me. She goes, eh? And you say it again, and she goes, eh? And you know she's heard it. And now I do exactly the same thing. I think it's like sort of buying yourself thinking time sometimes.
Eh?
I just... Men just don't bother. They think, no, if I don't listen and I don't hear, somebody will do it. Somebody will tell me what to do, won't they?
Yeah, it can be quite a mature thing in a relationship, though, if they decide not to respond. Just sit there and just let it all wash over them.
It's not because they don't hear, it's they just don't listen. I think that's what it is. They're just not listening.
Men of Britain, listen!
Listen!
Yes.
Listen up!
Now then, how do you fancy getting loose with us lot? Take a look at our brand new website. It's itv.com/loosewomen, and you can unleash your inner loose woman. You can share your comments on the topics of the day and discover what it takes to be a loose woman from our profile pages. You'll never have to miss a moment of the show with our library of catch-up videos. There's also never seen before even, photos and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage just for you. So go on, log on. It really is the next best thing to sitting right here with us. That's our new website. Don't miss it.